Hey guys, it's Coach here and welcome to episode 5 of the Foot Champions My Journey. In the last episode we did I did show you guys my 5th week of Foot Champions, and on the screen now are the rewards for last week's episode. This week I'm going to be showing the 6th week that I'm going to be playing Foot Champions, and halfway through the 2nd month, and hopefully we can carry on as we have been, carry on as well as we have been doing, so that we can try and get better elite rewards next month, basically. So last month, as you know, I got Elite 3, and in this episode, or at the start of this episode, at the moment you're seeing my rewards from last week, and then straight after this, you're going to see my rewards from this week as well, which, yes, I know is going to spoil how I did in all the rest of the gameplay. However, I don't want to wait to show you guys my monthly rewards, because that is what you are about to see. You're about to see my weekly rewards from the 6th week of Foot Champions, and you're also going to see my monthly rewards. Now, as you can see on the screen here, these are my monthly rewards. I did get the Elite Foot Champions kit, the Gold Foot Champions kit, and I also got a Premium Foot Champions pack, which you guys will see in a second. And also, I got Gold 1 for the week, for the 6th week running. Can we get anything good in our 100k packs, or anything that goes for above 45k? We'll have to wait and see in a second. So as you can see, first off, we get the kits. The Elite kit is a lot nicer than the Gold one. However, they are both very nice, to be fair. But the first 100k pack, and we do get Nolito. So we do carry on how we have been. Our 11th 100k pack of FIFA 17 from the rewards, and it is as bad as the rest of them. I have not had a better 100k pack than Yaya Toure, which is just tragic, really, isn't it? And then in the next pack, we get a bigger flare, and I thought maybe it could be Diego Costa again, but no, we get Adari. So the worst lot of 100k packs so far for me, but thankfully I didn't really care, because I did have my monthly rewards after. So all I wanted from this pack was one Premier League inform, because as you guys know, I do have a Premier League side. I love the Premier League. It is my favourite league in the world, etc. All I wanted was one Premier League player. We started off with Mohamed Salah, so I thought, not bad. Could use him to come off the bench, etc. But thankfully, we do get the inform, or legend Foot Champions, whatever, inform Walcott, which is sick. And also, the one I was happy about the most was actually this Florenzi, because all 80 stats, and although I don't use it, I won't be able to use him in my actual team, I can bring him on in centre midfield or wing back, but most of the time in centre midfield in extra time or something like that, because I think he'll be absolutely outstanding as a substitute centre midfielder. So really looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to the next Foot Champions. It does start for me when I'm recording this. It starts tomorrow, so I will be getting another episode of all of that out this time next week for you guys as well. So anyway, we're moving to the gameplay. The first game of the 6th week of Foot Champions, we do come up against a really nice looking Serie A side. As you can see, that Florenzi is actually in this guy's team, and we start off with a nice goal from Pogba. Now, just quickly, I want to apologise for the last couple of episodes. I recently realised that the episode had actually rendered out, and just you guys can only watch the gameplay side of things in 25 frames per second, which is really strange. Now, I have the first ever original Elgato, and I believe it only limits itself to 30 frames per second. I think I've tried 60 FPS on it before, and it kind of screws it up. It's a bit weird. So I will need to get a better Elgato if I want to record in 60 FPS. But I have to manually change these clips in the videos to 30 frames per second. So if they do look a little bit better, I'm not going to know what this looks like until it's finally on YouTube. I've got a preview screen in front of me here, but it's always a bit weird when I'm looking at the preview screen. It's never what it's actually like on YouTube. So I have to wait to see what it looks like on YouTube. Hopefully it's good. And if you're seeing this video on Thursday the 17th of November, then you do know that it does look decent on YouTube, and hopefully you guys are happy with it, etc. So anyway, we won the first game 2-1. The guys had a really nice Serie A team, as I said, and basically in the first 10 games, Pogba really showed why he's worth the coins that people pay for him, of 500k. This game, he scores his hat-trick in the 74th minute with an absolute worldie of a goal, and then he does get his 4th with another worldie from a really tight angle, pings it across the keeper, and a gorgeous goal from Pogba in the 80th minute to make it 4-0. But although I haven't necessarily improved the amount of wins I've got, I only really get a couple more wins than I used to. Pogba literally does move you from the couple of wins, and I'm looking forward to Team of the Year because I'm not going to put any more of my actual money into the game until Team of the Year, and I'm saving up my coins to be able to afford certain players, mainly legends. I want Patrick Vieira and George Best. Now, at the moment, they're about 2.5 million coins, so I'm a long way off. I think I'm currently on about 300k. Obviously, I could sell some players in my team to be able to afford maybe one of them, but I'm happy with the team as it is at the moment. And over Team of the Year / the rest of the Foot Champions rewards, hopefully, maybe just once I can get lucky in the 100k pack and maybe get a player that's worth 100k that can help me along the way. Another legend that I also want as well, which I completely forgot about, is Laurent Blanc. I want him in centre-back. And he's actually going to be the player or the first player that I buy. So I believe I'm just over halfway to be able to get him, as we score a deflected free kick with Brem, which does cause the guy to rage quit. But yeah, I want Laurent Blanc because I used him last year, and I've heard that he's the best centre-back on the game this year. So I'm really looking forward to getting him. And also, there is Black Friday coming out, I believe, this time next week. Which means that a lot of the time the players do crash. Now, I've heard a lot of YouTubers saying that it's going to cause the market to crash by 50%, aka like Ibrahimovic is going to go from, I think he's worth about 300 and something K now. I can't see him being 150k. It's just not going to happen. And the same thing for Pogba. I can't see him being worth 250k. But you never know. You never know. I think it might decrease somebody like Pogba maybe down to 350, 400k. But we'll have to wait and see. But the problem is that with normal gold players, they're a lot easier and for people to pack than legends. Legends are very rare, and I'm not expecting Laurent Blanc to drop by much. The only bonus is that if I do manage to, or if I do decide to sell a few players in my club to be able to afford him, he is going to drop down in price a little bit, and there will also be fresh cards on the market. And if you guys have been around on the channel for a while, you will know that every player in my team is a fresh item. Unless I'm just bringing them in for one weekend league and I'm going to sell them after. For example, like the weekend league tomorrow, I have to use three different leagues. Now, as you know, I already have a legend in my team, which is Brem, and I also have the Premier League, so I just needed to bring in one more player. And I have actually brought in Tolisso, and he's literally the only player. And I've also brought Koscielny to because Tolisso gets the French links off of Martial, Pogba and Koscielny. Now, also in this episode, you will have seen that I did actually purchase Hazard for this weekend league. I wanted to try him out to see if he's good, and as you can see, he does score a nice goal there into the bottom right-hand corner. And yeah, I wanted to try him out because I wasn't fully confident in Martial, but I'm like well, it's not really spoiling things. Basically, I've sold Hazard now. I was losing a lot of coins on him. I think I ended up losing 50, 60k, which is really frustrating. Because obviously that's money that could have gone towards Brem, etc. Blanc. But yeah, I've put Martial back in. I would have had to put him back in for this weekend league anyway. But if you guys have any idea who I could put at left forward in my eventual team, because obviously at right forward, as I've said, I want to put George Best. Now, also tomorrow, along with the weekend league starting again, the Player of the Month for the Premier League for October is coming out as a squad builder challenge, hopefully. Now, a lot of people are pipping it to be Eden Hazard, and I'm really hoping it is because he was good, and if I can get an untradeable Hazard, obviously I'm going to use him. If it costs me all my coins to be able to get him, I'm still going to do it, mainly because he was a good player. It's just that I didn't think he was good enough to warrant the 200 and something thousand coins that I paid for him. Otherwise, he'd still be in the team, still be in the club, etc. People like Ibrahimovic and Pogba, to me, have proven their worth. Obviously, Ibra has been in the team since since I've been showing you guys my Foot Champions run on YouTube. But yeah, I don't know who to get in left forward. They're out of the legends. Like really up front, I like players that have 4-star skills, and for some of the weekend league, you're going to see me using seeing the Foot Champions version of Theo Walcott. I will be using him for a while, but I've got a feeling that he's probably not going to stay there for long, mainly because of the 4-star skills. I think if he had 4-star skills, he probably would now be my right forward. But I think Sterling still gets ahead of him just because of the 4-star skills. But we're going to have to wait and see. Hopefully Hazard does get the Player of the Month. But yeah, I could get a legend left forward. There is Overmars and there's Ryan Giggs and there's also Pires. But the problem with Pires is he's not the quickest player in the world. He's only got 86 pace. And I know, obviously, like, lots of people may call me a pace whore, etc. But it's the way to win. And it's the only way to survive in FUT Champions is if you have a fast up front. Now, obviously I have Ibrahimovic, but he's a bit of an exception because he's tall, he has the 4-star skills, he has everything but pace, and you don't really feel the pace with Ibra. And you may say that you might not feel the pace with Pires, but the difference is Ibra doesn't run down the wing. I've got his instructions set up that he never moves from that central position, so he's always up against centre-backs. And he's always for me, how I play, as you can see in this clip here, I play slow, hold up the ball, and wait for people to make decisions and make runs, etc. And a lot of the time, I'm using Ibra to hold the ball up because obviously he's big, strong, and he's just the player that I could like, and he's always in these positions here, picking up the ball, and because his dribbling's so good and being such a big guy. I don't know. He just works. He works. But I don't think Pires is going to suit my style of play. I think, basically, long story short, I need a quicker left forward. Now, Overmars would be perfect, 5-star weak foot, but he doesn't have the 4-star skills. But anyway, we're going to have to wait and see what happens with that. And I need to get coins, etc. in the future. It's going to be a few months until I can think about buying a new left forward anyway, unless it is Player of the Month Hazard. Anyway, let's talk about the game players. I haven't talked about that at all this episode. So, at the start of this weekend league, I was doing really well. Again, I hit a rough patch in the middle. I've got my form up here on the screen. And in the first, I think in the first 10 games, I got 10 wins and 1 loss. In the first 10 wins, I got 10 wins and 1 loss. And then I lost another after that, and then I won another 3. And then I got into the typical win-loss streak that if you guys have been watching the last couple of weeks, you will know what I go on. Loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win. It happens every single week, and I don't know why. It must be psychological, like, in my brain. Also, obviously, it helps that I'm playing against a lot harder opponents. Obviously, everyone you come up against in FUT Champions is a decent FIFA player. They wouldn't be able to get into the position of being in FUT Champions if they weren't good at FIFA. But I finished the weekend league on 28 wins, and it's the most infuriating thing because I got 28 wins on the first week, but obviously because Elite was 30, I only had 1 game left, so I could have only got to 29. So in my opinion, this is the best week I've had. And again, the middle part of the FUT Champions has screwed me, and it's so annoying because 1 win away from Elite. I don't really care. The rewards, they are better. Obviously, it's an extra 20,000 coins. It's not, obviously you lose, I lose a 100k pack, but you are guaranteed 3 informs, and the way my 100k pack luck is going, I don't know, and this game on the screen is the game that I should have won. If you look at this goal here, right, he passes it short to Gundogan, everything's fine, I can get the ball back from here, I win the ball back, and look at what is Chris Smalling doing. Why is he still moaning to the referee, and it does cost me a goal? And it does mean I lose the game. And this game here is the sort of game that I should be winning. As you can see from the stats, I had more shots, I had more possession. It was a crap game. Like, as you saw from the shots, he had 3, I had 4. It was really, really tight game, and he was sitting park the bus for most of the game. And I know I can just say that, and you guys, there's no real proof that I can tell you that, but you're going to have to take my word for it. He was sitting park the bus the whole game, and that's the sort of game that I should be winning every single time that I play against people like that. And if I had won that, maybe I could have got Elite. But basically what happened was I got to 28 wins and I still had a game remaining. And I think I lost 3-0 in the end. And part of that's probably down to the fact of pressure, etc. But yeah, the guy was better than me at the end of the day, which is really frustrating because if I just played against somebody that wasn't as good as me, then I could have got Elite, obviously. But you never know. Maybe next week we can get Elite. I'm sure I'll be able to get Elite in the next few weeks. And as I said before, just slight improvements in my team could be the difference between Elite or not. Like in that game where I lost 2-1, George Best instead of Mane, instead of Sterling, whoever I was playing in that game, could have been the difference. He could have scored a chance. I'm pretty sure there was a chance. I think it was Sterling I was using. I'm pretty sure Sterling missed a one-on-one, which most of the time he scores. And yeah, it's just really infuriating. And somebody like that, and even like Patrick Vieira in the second goal that the guy scored, he might have been in a slightly better position than what Pogba is in. Now, Pogba is playing my central centre mid position, and once I get Vieira, Pogba will be my left centre midfielder. Mainly because he does have a 4-star weak foot and he can strike the ball on both feet. And because he has 5-star skills, I can move the ball onto Pogba's right foot a lot easier than I can with Kante, etc. But my midfield is almost complete. As I said, I just need Vieira. But basically, or Blanc, anyone like that can improve and can be the difference between Gold 1 and Elite 3 for me. But anyway, thank you guys for watching the episode. If you have enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button. As you can see on the screen, as I said, we did manage to get 28 out of the 40 games, or 28 wins out of the 40, and 1 win away from Elite. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all next time.